summer sandals. So, you always want... I'm pretty sure there might be something secret about this. You always want to have every slot filled. I don't think there's a reason not to. Open the damn store. Hey look, it's the gold guy. He wants to buy a worn sword for 200. So, let's see, will he take 120%? He did. Interesting. For 240. Guildman. I swear that the fairy gave me really bad advice at one point. I don't know why I thought that. Oh, and there's... So, I forgot to mention this. You can see all the people who come in. I think the guild guy is in the top right, behind your face. Yeah, so you can actually get to see everyone who's in here. Louis in here, which is nice. Worth noting, we can't sell him... He uses a sword and a shield, and that's it. That longbow does more damage than his sword. However, we can't give it to him because he's not a bowman. Okay, so this lady really likes this egg toast. She's fucking loving it. Let's try to sell it to her for 126. Let's try to go back down to 120. She likes that. So that was 600. So we could try to remember everything for each person, but that's really hard. So we know that for a fact she will buy something for 120%. The question is, can we do something like 125? A little less. 122? 122. She will buy it for 122. And that was 980. Alright, alright. Remember, can't go over the wallet price. We need to figure where her wallet is. Where her wallet top is. All worth noting, I'm calling her the housewife because that's just what I assume she is. And we see two of them in here, but all of that type of NPC have the exact same wants and needs. And we'll be seeing little girl. I think there's a little girl. I think there's an old man. I think there's just like a dude. And they're kind of like a hive mind. If we befriend one of them, we befriend all of them in our relationship level with that group of people. That subsection of society goes up by one each time, which allows us to then push them a little harder and they have a little more money, etc., etc. And hey, it's Louis. He says, what, you have this? I mean, of course you have this. How much? And the thing is, I can't look at my menu here, which is unfortunate. I don't know if he can afford it even at base price. Let's try base price for... let me make a new section down here. Louis. What if I should have this Excel sheet on this fucking screen or not? Probably not. Let's try base price. Oh my god, he has $500? My god. I remember him having, like, next to nothing. That's incredible. Alright, that's our first day. We sold shit, we bought nothing, and we found a bunch of stuff. We exceeded expectations. We did a real good job. I hope we continue to do a real good job so we don't lose our goddamn house. Alright. Tia wants to have a moment. Concerning the debt, I have a suggestion concerning its repayment. You do. Paying it back all at once is wholly beyond your means, so I recommend smaller weekly payments to slowly chip away at it. Wholly beyond. You never told me how big Papa's debt is, exactly. Tyr says, that is because you would faint if you found out. For now, it's a secret. Hookers and blow cost a lot of money, Recettear, or Recetta. As the store begins to build up steam, we will increase payment size. So right now, 10,000 pix, or bucks, are due. But she'll never tell us the entire amount, because the entire amount is incredible. So we need to really pay attention to the timing. If we don't have enough money on the end of the day that the money is due, we straight up lose and the game resets. There is just it. Bam. You can load and try and finagle depending on when your last save was, but otherwise it's just game over. Something to keep in mind though, you do actually keep your skills, and you keep a lot of like time resets, but you keep a lot of progress. So it's a lot easier the second time, but every time that happens I'm like, ah, damn it, I just want to do it my first time through. So I always just end up not continuing, which is why we're here today. Alright, let's add a lot of bullshit here. Don't you think people will be, like, really super interested by rusty daggers? I think so. I think they'll love them. Now, I want to save, because I'm not sure about something. And we are going to save scum a little bit when just testing out certain things. I don't know if there's any other available areas open yet. Don't care. Oh, there is. Okay, so we will go to the Jadeway in a moment. But as we can see, there's some people around. There's some things happening. So Recette wants to know, or mentions that, Tyr, you came from a finance company, right? And she says, what on earth? Yes, that is right. I work for Term Finance. Recette says, so you're employed by them, right? What's it like? She says, no, that's not quite accurate. I was contracted by Term through another organization. Thus, I'm not really an employee per se. Recette says, so you just contracted? I'm surprised. You seem so... Tyr cuts her off. It's not that surprising. Almost all fairies in human society belong to a fairy-specific contract agency. That's weird. There are, of course, a few free agent fairies out there as well. Recette says, oh, so that's how it works. Tyr continues, to tell the truth, it can be difficult for fairies to find employment in human society, so the agencies were founded an age ago in order to help facilitate fairy livelihoods. That was all that was. Alright. Town square. She likes to be able to relax. I'm only really doing these because I want to see... Oh, that was super fucking short. Well, we're already out here. If we go back now, it'll take one period of time. We may as well adventure. With our level 7 swordsman, Louis. Now, before we go, we can see he has a worn sword and leather armor. When we try to leave, we could give him a worn sword to equip in the beginning of the dungeon. Worth noting, Louis spent money on like a shirt and he's not even wearing it because fortunately that shirt was worse than what he actually already owned. They will, if they ever buy something out of your shop, any adventurer, they will put on the best item that they have purchased from you. They will not just put on something random, thank God. But man, I wish you could just gift things to them if they don't come into your shop. If they're not in your shop, you can't do anything about it. And if they don't pick up the right item, you can't do anything about it. It's a little bit of RNG, as far as I can tell. But let's just go to Jadeway. Floors 1 to 5. Hopefully I don't fuck this up. Yeah, let's equip the nothing. Yeah, we're doing it. Alright. Oh, these fucking rabbits. I remember the rabbits are kind of tricky for some reason. So, I think the game expects you to lose your first time through Jadeway. It doesn't expect you to lose your first time through the Hall of Trials. That's the way down. But as I said before, we want to grind because levels are really important. Oh, the bees. There's bees. I could barely even see them. They die easy, but they do a lot of damage if you're not paying attention. Alright, well. Okay, so that trap teleported us randomly, which can be really dangerous when the enemies are actually dangerous. Also, the bunnies. So if you try to take a swing at them, which I want to demonstrate this little... Ooh, look, what is this? Insect trap, sure. Next time we find one, I'll demonstrate it a little better. We got our mushroom enemies. There he is. So if you take a swing, he'll just avoid it. No matter what. Oh. I say no matter what as I accidentally crit him in the back for instant kill damage. Oh, we got a back scratcher? Yep. Everyone wants to buy a back scratcher. The basic premise is... Oh, that's a nice sword. We want Louie to get that. For the rabbit, you just want to pin them against a wall. Because then when they try to jump, they can't. Because not only are they jumping, but they're moving back as they jump, and that's when you miss. Apparently hitting them from the side also works. Also, what are those mystery ingredients, I wonder? I forgot to look through what they were before. I don't know if it's just because we haven't seen them before, or if they're special in some way. Or if we just don't get to know until we finish the level for the first time. Or take it out for the first time. So, every 5 levels or so, we can leave. And especially... first hit. Especially early on in the game, we want to leave as soon as we can leave, because we're probably stocked up on shit. And just, it's a good time to go. Is that a Mercy? That's a little Mercy face. Yeah, if you put them against the wall, they just get completely wrecked. Overall, I enjoy this game. I think it's neat. I'm curious how it ends. I'm curious what the end bosses are like. And there are 2 different ways you can play this. You can play buyer and seller. Especially if you don't mind losing the first time. I'm pretty sure you can do a buy-sell technique where you just, you know, sell stuff for cheap. Or for... you sell expensive stuff. Is that a tripwire? Or is that the ground glitching out? That's the ground glitching out. Okay. Once you start making a lot of money, you can sell a lot of stuff for... Oh, hey, we're in a snow trap, so I'm sliding around now, which is really dangerous. So as you... Oh, it's everywhere, right? It's just the entire level for a little while. I think if you just wait, it'll go away. I hope it doesn't follow me to the next floor. Oh, it didn't. You can make crazy money just doing buying and selling. Once you have a high merchant level. But it's hard to say whether it'll ever be as good as just getting stuff for free. That said, you can't get every item randomly. The harder the dungeon, the better the loot. But if you fail, if you fuck it up, you get pretty much nothing. And if you fuck it up before you really find anything useful, you've wasted a lot of time. So just don't fuck up. Don't lose. And yes, it is a very slow start. But the game also doesn't expect you to make a lot of money initially either, so it's fine. Because, you know, 10,000 bucks on the first week isn't impossible. Otherwise, the game wouldn't be very long because you just lose immediately if you actually have to pay the real price, which is like, I think it's like $1 million or something insane. Uh-oh, bomb. I forget how big that explosion is, but it's not pretty big. Is there a speed? Oh, I'm sure people that speedrun this game. This game, it feels like a lot of people liked it when it came out. And I think it had a decent following. Oh, I didn't even see the bee. Who is using verticality to fuck with me? How dare he? Goddamn rabbits. Now, you could try and grind on the low levels forever, but eventually the XP will be so little and there won't be enough enemies because they do run out. Like, even if I tried to just go back and forth forever, the enemies will just stop spawning. So, it's better to grind when you can, but don't try and waste daytime. Oh, those are just fish. Those are just flying fish. That's fine. Don't try and waste time by going to a low-level dungeon to try and grind up levels, unless you have overreached really, really badly. Oh. These slimes. Still one-shotting with crits, though. Can't carry any more items. I'm sure we can drop something stupid. These insect traps are, like, worthless. So I'll drop two. You shouldn't drop too much stuff. Hey, an actual shield. Unless you really know you're going to be getting a lot more stuff. It doesn't hurt to go home with worthless stuff, because you can sell it. I think you could actually even sell stuff to the shop if you don't even want to bother having it in your inventory for some reason. Or if you're trying to make a quick buck. Selling to the shop will always give you poor prices because they're also trying to do a good job, you know, make a lot of money. And if they're giving all their money away, they're giving all their money away to dumb adventurers with worthless items, they're not really making a profit now, are they? Which I do believe people will start to sell us items. I think that's actually a mechanic, I kind of forget. Oh no, good hit. Also, this mini-map is full of enemies right now. It's fantastic. The bomb isn't instant death, but it does a lot of damage. And it's so easy to avoid that you have to be pretty stupid to get hit by it. And cue me getting hit by it in about 10 seconds. I think you can hit it and, like, move it, but I'm not sure. Wait a minute. Are those... Oh, those crystals are experience. Okay. Fucking rabbit. No rabbit, no. That's what those gems are. I thought that was money, but obviously your money hasn't gone up. Oh, he doesn't steal our magic, just our health. That's fine. Why does my HP bar look like a penis? You know what? That does look like a penis with a singular ball. Because Louis is a little special. Yep, a uniball penis. That's our hero Louis, the swordsman. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, damn it. Oh, that's such a waste of time.
No. So
A cutter robot? What is that thing? You just... What is that emote? Oh god, you just have so many emotes now. Alright, let's see. What can I throw away that's not very... Oh, back scratcher, by the way, 1600. Candy, 300. These prices are nuts. Does it not show me the exit on the map, I wonder? Did I avoid it? Oh, it's in the top right. I see. I didn't even notice this was a way out. It's a bot from Overwatch. Oh, okay. There we go. Hey, look! It's a boss. Crown Slime. Ow. This thing has a lot of health, by the way. Oh. Oh no. As it gets smaller, it does get weaker. I don't think I have enough mana to yet. I don't know why it gets smaller, to be honest. Hey, we did it. We beat the boss. We are low on mana, we're at half health, and our backpack is full. It's time to get the fuck out of here. Came back alive. Good job. We got a bunch of shit. And nothing's highlighted. So... Oh, if you return now, no time will pass. Interesting. Maybe because it's already at the end. No? I guess we always get minimum one time. Yeah. Hey, Louie, buy a sword, would ya? Ooh, a knife. Didn't see that one. So let's see. Necklace. Back scratcher. Let's sell some back scratcher, shall we? Let's sell some goddamn back scratchers. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Toast. Let's just do a little save in case we do something stupid. Back scratcher. Yep, we've all seen Family Guy Toxic. I know you love talking about back scratchers. Let me just have a little drink. Oh, here's dude. Here's husband, generic dude man. Who goes to adventuring shops to buy egg toast. And he never thought he'd find one here. You're right, that is a weird product. Let's try a straight 20%. Let's try 24% with you. So let's see. Husbandman. Let's do 124%. 620. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that seems fair. Alright, that's good to know. Oh, who's that person with the funny... Oh, that's Louie. Buy the sword. Fucking no, Louie. Louie. Buy that for 120. Alright. He bought it for 120. Louie, there was a sword right there. Damn it, Louie. Exceeded expectations. Did a good job. So, we have to always make sure we put new stuff down. Like oranges. And, I don't know. The shield? No. Powerful anti-venom, sure. Now, we could either go out and... So here's the main crux of the game. Do we try and sell all of our existing stock? We have 4 days before we have to pay. And I forget if it's... I'm pretty sure it's that evening. But it could be the evening of the day before. I don't remember. But we need to make 10 grand before that day, no matter what. But should we get more stuff first? Should we sell the stuff we have? Should we go out and... I don't know. There's a town... Oh, Adventuring Guild is closed today. Can't even do it. But this is highlighted, so I feel like we should probably take a glance. Waste... Oh, hey, it's Louis. Louis sees something. Or he's talking to himself. He's saying yes and no. Recettear are just watching him. He's searching for something. And Recette's like, hey, why don't we just go ask? Why is Louis talking to himself like a crazy man around the fountain? Alright, what are you doing over here, Louis? And he's hungry, so he wanted us to find some edible grasses or herbs. I mean... And he's not sure which are edible. And Recette says, if you eat that, you'll blow up your stomach. You can eat those, but they taste best if you clean them. Apparently Recette knows a lot about local plants. Apparently, in this world, edible plants are just all around. But Recette was also very poor. So, you know. I don't know if that actually increases our level with him, but I don't know if it matters now that we have his guild card. Anywho, I don't think there's anything else to do. It's still worth... you can only meet certain people in certain adventures by going out and, you know, talking to them. So it's always... I'm sure the best strats know exactly what times and what days those people are available. But since we don't, we're just gonna do it every time. Or try to. Alright, Louis, buy the sword. You don't use daggers. You don't use daggers. You're so stupid, Louis. I'm gonna try and sell this to you for 125. Let's try to go back down. Oh, it's not past his goal, so let's do 120. Alright, he's happy with 120. Oh, old man. I haven't seen the old man yet. Ooh, he wants a crafter's knife. That's expensive. Let's try 122. Ooh, we liked it. 122 for old man. And how much was that? 1720. He's got the big bucks. Do you have to deal with thieves? Not that I know of. Also, I think there's guards and stuff. I don't think that would be... And like, with all the adventurers that you work with as well, it seems like it would be a really bad idea to target an adventuring shop. But anyway, I don't think so, is my answer. Hey look, it's the old man again. And he's been looking for one of these. Alright. Let's try 128. Let's try it back down to 122. Yeah, okay. He's definitely 122. 1710. We'll try to incrementally go up percentage by percentage. Try and find the perfect thing, because there's actually a bonus you get if you like nail it. Speaking of time, I plan to do some mild schedule management for you from now on to ensure you're working in an effective manner to pay back the debt. Set says schedule management. Oh, this is when they're finally explaining the day cycle. So, Tyr says, quite, first, I have broken up the day into 4 time periods, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. What you can do and how much you can do depends on the time of day. Let's see. Think of each part as a slice of time. And they're doing jokes, and they're really lame, and we're gonna continue. You can only act between morning and night. When night ends, you need to get to bed. Trying to run a shop while sleep deprived is unpleasant. You essentially have two options. You can open the store for a time or go about town on business. You cannot do both at once. Blah, 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 blah. Opening the shop will consume a slice. Returning to the store after going out, regardless of what you actually do, will also consume a slice. But if we go to the plaza and the chapel, that's all okay. It doesn't take any time. So I did happen to remember that. That's nice. So if we leave the shop, we should do absolutely everything. Visiting a dungeon will be 2 slices no matter what.